The Voice Under the Bed, a one-level horror story, about 8 minutes reading time. Sara was 13 years old. She lived in a small town with her mother. Sara was a good student. She liked books, music, and animals. One day, her mother said, "We are moving to a new house." Sara was happy. "Is it big?" she asked. "Yes," her mother said, "and you will have your own room." 2 weeks later, they moved into the new house. The house was old, but it was beautiful. Sara loved her room. There was a large window. There was a small desk, and there was a big bed. The first night was quiet. Sara slept well. The second night was different. At midnight, she woke up. She heard a strange sound. Scratch, dot scratch, dot scratch. Sara sat up. The sound stopped. She looked around her room. Nothing was there. "It is probably a mouse," she said. Then she went back to sleep. The next night, she heard the sound again. Scratch, dot scratch, dot scratch. This time, it came from under her bed. Sara felt nervous. She looked down. The room was dark. She could not see anything. "Hello?" She said. No answer. The sound stopped. Sara pulled her blanket over her head and tried to sleep. The next morning, she looked under the bed. There was nothing there. No mouse, no box, nothing. After school, she told her mother. Her mother smiled. "Old houses make strange sounds," she said. Sara nodded, but she was not sure. That night, rain fell outside. The wind was strong. Sara was reading a book in bed. Then she heard it again. Scratch, scratch, dot scratch. Her heart beat fast. The sound was louder now. Then she heard something else. A voice. A very quiet voice. "Sara." Sara froze. The book fell from her hands. "Sara." The voice came from under the bed. Sara wanted to run, but she could not move. "Who is there?" she whispered. For a few seconds, there was silence. Then the voice answered, "Look under the bed." Sara jumped out of bed. "No." She shouted. She ran to her mother's room. Her mother woke up. "What happened?" "There is a voice under my bed." Her mother turned on a light. Then they both went to Sara's room. Her mother looked under the bed. Nothing. "Nobody is there," she said. "But I heard it!" Sara cried. Her mother hugged her. It was a dream, but Sara knew it was not a dream. The next day, she felt tired. At school, she could not stop thinking about the voice. When she came home, she searched the internet. She looked for information about the house. After a long time, she found an old article. The article said that many years ago, a boy named Daniel lived there. One night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened. Sara felt cold. That evening, she printed the article. She showed it to her mother. Her mother looked worried. "Maybe it is only a story," she said, but she did not sound sure. That night, Sara kept a flashlight beside her bed. She stayed awake. Hours passed. Nothing happened. Then, at exactly midnight, scratch, dot scratch, dot scratch. The sound was back. Sara turned on the flashlight. The room was empty. Then the voice spoke again. "Sara, help me." Sara held the flashlight tightly. "Who are you?" "My name is Daniel." Sara's eyes grew wide. The missing boy. The voice continued. "I am trapped." "Where?" "Under the bed." Sara looked at the floor. She was terrified. How? No answer. Then she heard a loud knock. Knock, knock, knock. It came from under the bed. Sara screamed. The flashlight fell from her hand. The room became dark. Then everything was silent. The next morning, Sara made a decision. She wanted to know the truth. After school, she moved the bed. Under it, she found something strange. A small wooden door in the floor. Sara stared at it. She had never seen it before. Slowly, she opened the door. A cold wind came out. There were stairs below, dark stairs. Sara wanted to close the door. But she remembered the voice. "Help me." She took her flashlight. Then she walked down. Step, dot step, step. The stairs led to a small underground room. The room was dusty. Old furniture stood in the corners. In the middle of the room was a wooden chest. Sara walked closer. The chest was locked, but the lock was broken. She opened it. Inside, she found old clothes, a toy car, and a photograph. The photograph showed a young boy, Daniel. Suddenly, the flashlight flickered. On off, on off. The room became very cold. Then Sara heard footsteps. Tap, tap, tap. Someone was behind her. Slowly, she turned around. A boy stood there. He looked pale. His clothes were old. His eyes were sad. Daniel. Sara whispered. The boy nodded. I was trapped here, he said softly. What happened? Daniel pointed to a wall. Sara looked. Behind some old boxes, there was a small, hidden space. Inside were old bones. Sara gasped. She understood. Many years ago, Daniel had become trapped underground. Nobody found him. Daniel looked at her. Thank you for finding me. Sara felt tears in her eyes. I am sorry. The boy smiled. For the first time, he looked happy. Then, a bright white light appeared around him. The light grew stronger, got stronger, and suddenly Daniel was gone. The room became warm again. The footsteps stopped. The scratching stopped. Everything was quiet. Later, the police came to the house. They discovered the hidden room. Daniel's story was finally known. After that day, Sara never heard the voice again. No scratching, no knocking, no whispers. But sometimes, late at night, when the house was very quiet, Sara remembered the pale boy. And she remembered his last words. Thank you for finding me.